Alright, this is our latest notebook check update. On page 56 you should have a tab and your standards. On page 57 you should have your table of contents. On page 58 you should have your rubric. At this point you should have a grade. You should have had it checked once, checked twice. And there should be a grade right here telling you what your grade is. What I did to grade your notebook was I gave you, there's 4 pages in each entry, except for the table of contents in the unit questions. So if you had it done correctly, I gave you the full points. If you were missing something, I took the points off for that page. So your grade is out of 600 points because you had 6 entries that I graded. The table of contents, the unit questions, Science Notebook 1, 2, 3, and the performance assessment on pages 82 through 85. On this page, you should have comments, which is page 59. On pages 60 and 61, you should have your unit bubble map. On pages 62 and 63, 62 should have the 7 questions. What is a fossil? What is a fossil record? What does it mean to be extinct? On page 63 should be sturgeon as a living fossil, where you should have a table where you organized your different animals and then have them listed oldest to youngest. So from here, the information that you are getting deals with how long the sturgeon has been here, what does it live through, what are fossils, how do we know about the fossil record. Page 64 and 65 have to do with the geologic timeline and how life evolved. On page 65, you have information about evolution and evidence for evolution. On page 66, you should have your sturgeon timeline that we got from the article that we read. It's 2 pages long and it says sturgeon here on the top. On page 67, you should have your graph of the sturgeon population. On page 68, you should have these 4 questions answered. What are the trends in the data? How does this information relate to your PSA? Why is it difficult to make a case for cause and effect? And what information do you get from the article that you don't get from the reading that you did not get from the data? Remember that this question deals with the article that says sturgeon here. It's 2 pages stapled together. All right, page 69. Page 69, many of you did not do, but you need to do. It's supposed to be a reflection of this watershed article that you should have. Remember that a reflection is what you think about the article. And for you to say that this article talked about the Saginaw Bay watershed and its history and what happened to it is not enough. You need to explain your reflection about what you thought about your reading. You're also supposed to have a quote written down from that article. Page 70 is supposed to be what you think the life cycle of the sturgeon is. Page 71 should be this life cycle worksheet that we did together in class. Page 72 is supposed to be the notes that we took in class. These will be on the Google Doc that will be shared with this video. Any notes that you need will be on that document. Page 73 is where you're going to put your graph that I'm going to give you back, and the graph that I'm going to give you back that you're going to put on this page is the scatter plot graph called When Will I See You Again? Page 74 is supposed to be a summation. You're supposed to read and sum up the article. I want you to do the important parts, and it's supposed to go on page 74. This is the article, the executive summary of what they did in the Detroit River, Lake St. Clair, and the St. Clair River in order to put down artificial reefs to help the sturgeon. On page 82, you need to go back and write down what information you got from pages 60, Science Notebook 1, so 62 through 65. So you look and you say, okay, what information did I get from pages 62 through 65 that I can put in my PSA? Page 83 should have the piece of paper that we did where you were talking about the elements that are included in a PSA. It's 2 pages, it's one sheet, 2-sided, and you were supposed to have written that down and taped it on this page. Page 84 is supposed to have information that you can include in your PSA about the sturgeon life cycle. I hope this helps. You're expected to keep up with your interactive notebook, and if you're absent, to ask questions. Thanks.